Happy Crocktober! Today we're going to be making a Weight Watchers cauliflower and apple soup, and it's only 2 points. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is picking a couple of leeks out of my garden. I need about a couple leeks, and I have some growing in the corner of my garden, so I'm going to pull a few of those and then we'll go in and clean them and chop them up. Those are my leeks, and I'm just going to pull a couple. And there you go. I'm gonna have to wash these off. I think I'll do that over by my roses. While I'm here, I thought I'd show you, I've got my radishes, my beets, and a few carrots coming up over on that side of my garden bed. So I love having leeks on hand. They're really, really nice. You just go out and pick a couple in the garden, cut them up. Now, the one thing you have to know about leeks, if you're not buying them in the grocery store, or even if you are, the leeks are very, very dirty. The dirt and all kinds of things gets inside of the leeks, and so you really have to, what I do is I clean them once, and then I get all of the leeks cut up into pieces, kind of shred them a little bit, kind of break them apart, because what you want to do is rinse them one more time and make sure that you have all the dirt off of your leeks. Otherwise, you know, you could be eating dirt. So I just try to cut them up really good like this. And we're gonna use an immersion blender later after these are all cooked. But I'm gonna basically measure a cup of leeks, and then I'm going to wash them. Now these are actually very strong leeks, and that's because these are, you know, a very good substitute for an onion. They're very strong like an onion. A lot of people use them instead of onions, but something about them just makes a really good soup. And I think for the fall, any kind of a leek soup that you can have is really good. Okay, so we've got about a cup of onions. I'm gonna go ahead and put them in my strainer. I'm sorry. We've got a cup of leeks, so I'm gonna put those in my strainer. Whew. And I'm gonna wash them one more time. So this recipe is gonna call for 1 3/4 cup of cauliflower. And this cauliflower, it's basically gonna total about 1 cauliflower head. I went ahead and measured it on the scale. And then you're gonna need about 1 pound of apples. All right, I've got my cauliflower in the crock pot. I've cut up 1 pound of apples. For me, that's about 6 of my medium apples. I'm gonna put those in the crock pot. And then I sauteed my leeks, and I didn't have any pine nuts, so I substituted a few almonds. These are all gonna be put through an immersion blender later, so I'm not concerned about the almonds being whole. And at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and just add my other ingredients, and this is gonna make an amazing soup. So this calls for 2 cups of vegetable broth. I didn't have any broth, so I'm gonna actually substitute a couple of bouillon cubes, and I'm gonna put those in. This recipe calls for 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, so I'm gonna put that right over my soup. If you're enjoying this video, would you mind giving me a thumbs up or subscribing? It really helps me grow my channel. I'm gonna put 1 tablespoon of my home patch herbs. Now this is my combination of rosemary, thyme, oregano, and Italian parsley. I'm gonna go ahead and put those in. And 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. And so I'm just gonna crack this pepper and put it in. Add my bouillon cubes. Alrighty, all we're gonna do is put the lid on, and we're gonna plug it on low. We've already cooked the leeks and the almonds, so we're gonna just get this on low and see how it cooks this morning while I go about doing my other duties. See you in a bit. So this is how my soup looks. It's just about done, and it's the vegetables are all very soft. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna run it through with my stick blender. And here's my soup after I've run an immersion blender through it. I have to tell you, I sampled a little taste of this, and this stuff is so good. It's kind of, You can taste the vegetables, but you can also taste that little bit of sweetness from the apples. It is delicious. So I've decided, along with my soup, that I'm gonna go ahead and make a salad. So tonight it's gonna be soup and salad. So on Weight Watchers, almost all the vegetables are free. All I'm really gonna have to count is my salad dressing. So let me show you how I'm gonna do this. So I'm just cutting up a little bit of romaine lettuce. And I'm somebody who really loves spinach. I actually grow a ton of it in the winter and I eat it all myself. I really, really like it. And I love cilantro. So I am going to be finishing up the rest of my cilantro. I don't have very much actually, and I've already washed this. I just run it under the sink as soon as I get it home from the store. And that's it. I kind of like to bunch it up a little and just release some of those oils that are in the herb. I just put those right in my salad. Now to this, I'm also going to be making a little bit of the spinach I was just telling you about. Got a brand new bag of it. There you go. A little bit of spinach, a little bit of romaine, a little bit of cilantro. I've got a cucumber. I'm just going to cut some of this up. And one of my favorite things in the whole world is beets. I love diced beets. I love pickled beets. You name it. A salad isn't a salad without beets. So these are some beets that I grew last year. Boy, they are really sealed tight. And they are my Detroit Reds. They sealed up absolutely beautiful. The color of them is gorgeous. So I am gonna put some beets on top of my salad, like so, just like that. I also really like onions on my salad. I'm just gonna put some of these small ones that I grew. A lot of times I freeze these. I chop them up and freeze them, which I'll probably do. I live in California. I don't have any kind of a cold storage or basement, so I really just kind of, you know, take advantage of my freezer, things like that, with things that I grow myself. I try to eat as many things as I can, you know, fresh whenever I can, but you know, it's not always possible. So anyway, I'm gonna put some of these onions right on the top. I'm gonna eat this whole onion. And even though I'm gonna be having, you know, apple in my soup, I love these Fuji apples. They are just so delicious. These ones that I grew off my tree. And I find that if you put a little bit of apple in with your onions, just makes your food really, really good. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of apple, like so. And if you're an apple lover like me, please join me tomorrow. I'm gonna be making a very special apple dessert to take with me to an event that I'm going to this weekend. Now, I actually prefer homemade dressing, but I don't have any right now. Now, I can't have a ton of dressing on Weight Watchers. It only calls for 2 tablespoons. So I'm gonna put in what I think is about 2 tablespoons. I like my dressing kind of runny. Then I'm gonna just pour this right over my salad. Just like so. And there you go, my salad's ready. All right, I'm gonna give this delicious smelling soup a bite and let you know what I think of it. This is the creamy cauliflower and apple soup on Weight Watchers for 2 points. So good. Seriously good. I would recommend this. 2 points. I think this is going to be very filling, very delicious, especially paired up with a salad. Everything in my salad, 0 points except for the 2 tablespoons of dressing. So that's a total of 4 points. 4 points for this wonderful soup and salad. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. Maybe you'll take a new recipe with you. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, hit the bell for future notifications, and I'll see you next time. Take care and have a good day. Bye-bye.